Anybody that's rolled with me knows when I start like this. I always have a connection. So either wherever she goes, stand up. She's coming at me this way. I have a connection. This is connected. Either wherever she goes, I'm connected. I stay connected. So think of it in terms of always having that connection somehow, some way. One of the key things that I do whenever I find myself getting into that position on my back is I want to have a connection. What's that connection? It's an elbow to knee connection. Always think about having a connection. If you can get it in your head that you need to have this connection, however it is, make the connection. So when I get into side control, there's a couple of things that I immediately need to do to set myself up for success. So you guys come on this side so we can see. The first thing where I don't want to be is right here, flat on my back. If I'm flat on my back, she's going to mash me, and it's going to be very, very hard to get my position of where I want to be. So as soon as someone's coming around or I'm losing a position and they're coming to my side, the first thing I want to do is get to my side on my hip. And then we all heard the sword and shield, right? I'm going to make a frame. That frame is going to go right on her hip here. So I can, with my forearm, I can control her hip because I cannot let her suck her hips in and control my hips. So this stays here. This one I'm going to make a frame, and I'm going to frame it up here. So right here. So my elbow is connected to my body. I mean, I could put it here, and eventually I want to get it there. But for right now, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to be right here. Go ahead, come down. So now she's trying to get side control. I'm going to move this way. Right here is I need to get my hip in here so I can bring my leg in. Right? She's not going to let me do that because she's going to move her hips. Her hips are flat. So here's the first thing I'm going to do is this arm right here. I'm going to make my elbow come around her belt, and it's going to latch in this way. So I'm going to kind of suck into her so I can get my arm here. My elbow is almost outside of her hip. It's going to make it easy to get my knee in there because I want to get my knee in here. So the first thing I do is I go here. Everyone see where my elbow went? Now what I do is I just slide my knee. Slide my knee in here just like this. And I make this connection. So I want you guys to just get to where you're here. I turn my elbow in, and I touch my knee. That's the first step that we're going to do. Any questions? Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Here's what's important is why I still have to maintain and establish a frame. Because I'm going to use this frame when I get in here. I still have to create some space with my hips. And I do that by shrimping out. But I'm also using this. And I know she's trying to put pressure on me. So I'm using that to push off and slide out. Now I got a lot of space. I just used her. Instead of me just trying to move, I did this. And I used her because I know she's putting so much pressure. She's a great barrier for me to just push off of. So I get that space that I need for my knee. So ultimately what I want to do when I get here, I slide my elbow through. By sliding my elbow through, it almost floats her hip. Right? It floats her hip up, and it gives me that time to get here and here. Once I have this connection, now I use my elbow, and I start bringing my elbow out and bringing my knee in. And now I'm replacing. So now I'm in a way better spot here than I was here. So we've already gotten to this point. I'm here, knee comes in. Now from here, what I want to do is start sucking my knee in. Now I'm replacing my guard. So I could stay here, or I could come back out and replace my guard. What I want you guys to do is suck this knee back in, stay right here. Here, I'm through. I got under, floated her, I came up, and see my body is turning. It's turning. So now I'm almost linear with her as I grab this arm here, like this. So I can go for a straight arm bar. But from here, what I want to do is if I get, here, everybody come around to this side, please. This knee is important. I can't just leave it lazy here because she can step right around it and pass. So when I get here, one of the reasons why I want this, so she can't mess with that knee, but it's riding her hip here. Now I'm gonna go on my right side as I clamp down. So you can be here, here. I like to be here because I can feel everything moving if she does move. Because now I'm gonna pull my hips away, perpendicular. I feel this elbow, I come through this way. And I just bring my arm up. My elbows are locked. So again, I got you to this part right here. We're here. I'm gonna release this, push my hips away, trap, trapping, trapping, come under the hand, grip, and come up. Some people like this grip here. I like this grip here because I can feel if I need to turn it. And just bring my arm up. You need to see it?
Yeah. You need to see what that arm's doing.
What was that? I got here, I got my elbow through, turned, I came through, pulled, I'm on my side, I'm clamped. Now, push. This arm stays trapped with my elbow to my thigh connection. This hand goes to the elbow, trap, swim under, trap. This arm just goes up.
Okay.
Just like that. I like to hold the elbow, because if her elbow is bent some weird way like this, I can't get it. But now I can turn it and bring it to me. It's like a motorcycle grip. When I get here, if I have this leg or her shoulder is, I'm below her shoulder. She can move. I want this to come almost to her ear. Now she can't move. Now I have it. So I'm on my right hip. I can't be flat on my back. I have to be on my right hip. Push away as I try to make my knee go right to her ear. And I control her shoulder that way. Now, here, here, easy.
So her palm is looking up.
Yeah, so I had a question, does her thumb need to be up? I'm not concerned where the thumb is because I can feel where her elbow is. That's my concern. So if her arm is here, I know I can't get it. So I feel the elbow, I turn it, and come to it. That's why I say motorcycle grip. When you're putting the submission on, if they're not tapping, start putting some throttle into the motorcycle, and you'll feel the elbow.
All else fails, you got a wrist lock right there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here, but you have to be here, and this has to get up there by her ear to flatten her shoulder down. Otherwise, she's gonna have posture, and she can just get out of it. So,
Rodney, when you do that, do you end up sometimes skipping that other arm control position, like and just going straight to the arm you want to attack?
yeah, you're talking about this arm.
Yeah, do you end up skipping that sometimes?
I
'Cause it
skip
feels like you can move through it.
The only time, if I end up getting out of side control and I'm linear with her, I go for this arm. But a lot of times I get here and by sliding this through, I end up here, which is okay. Now I have I can't get this. Here's my option here.
Okay, so if you end up inside, don't
Adjust to go for the first one.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a good question. Because there's so many submissions from here. I don't want you to fixate on, I just got to go for one. If I come through here and I got her here and I'm linear, now I have this arm. But a lot of times, 99 out of 100, as you come through here, you're on your right side already. And I pull her and I just pinch. Now I have it. Yes, that is a good question. When I hit this movement, usually by the time I get my knee through there,
You're moving.
I'm already here. I'm winging myself out to get to here. But if through the process, I get here and I'm still linear with her, okay, now I start taking this arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook under her tricep, push here, I'm going to bring this to me, and I want to get her wrist kind of in my neck so I can hold it. And I'm going to slide this down to find her elbow and turn and squeeze. So I'm going here, squeezing. One more time. I have this here, slide this down, trap my neck, find that elbow, squeeze and turn. And I'm pinching her the whole time so she can't get out, right? So when I do come out and I find myself here and I'm messing around with this and I'm having a hard time, I can still go there. I swim under, bring it to me, get linear, squeeze. So there's option 1 here. It's not working, it's not working. Now we'll go. So there's your 2 chains to use for that arm. So practice both of those. And it doesn't matter which one you go first. Go to the right side, then go to the left. Go to the left and then go to the right. But just get used to understanding that the systematic approach to that is there is no system. It's either it's there or it's not. If this ain't there, that's there. If that ain't there, then this is going to be there. So there's your 2 subs. I use my feet. So I'm here. Once I'm here, I'm sliding, but I'm sliding. I'm keeping this here, but I'm moving her away with my hips. I'm sorry.
No, it's just really good.
I trap. I'm moving her away with my hips. The other thing that I have to do is this is like a violin. So I have a trap, right? I have it move my hips, find the elbow, turn. So practice getting here, hug, move the hips, find the elbow, and turn. As I'm moving, I'm turning. Because eventually you're going to find it, and that's when she's going to tap. When I go for this, okay, I got out of my side control. I don't want to just go try to get this arm. I'm just going to pull it out. I have to trap this arm first to get that sub. The way I do it is I go high into the armpit here. And I use this radial bone. Not even here, if it's in the crook of my elbow, she's going to pull it out. So I get it with my radial bone and I bring the shoulder to me and I trap it. So now get your arm out.
I can't. That
Right?
would be painful.
There's the first step. If you're just over here screwing around, there's no way you're going to get it. I bring it here, trap. Now I
You're being
push
too
her
nice.
away
You're being too nice.
as I ride my radial bone down to that elbow. The other thing is when I am going to finish this, I don't want to move my body with it. I want my violin here to trap this, to keep this from moving, because I want this to move this way, here. I trap this. So if your body's moving this way, you're not going to get it. I'm almost perpendicular here when I have it. So trap, scooting my hips to strengthen this, to lengthen this out, to get my radial bone on that elbow and turn.
It also feels safer, like, because I feel trapped, but you're not attacking the elbow immediately. It gives the person time to tap, versus like if somebody came in and attacked that elbow immediately
Right.
and rotated, I think you're more likely to actually injure them.
You will injure. Like when we're training, we go for a sub. We never just snatch something in and just jerk it just because we're jerks. It should always be slow and controlled. Because here's the thing. James and I have rolled together long enough. Amy and I have rolled together long enough. We know when we have a position, it's like, okay, you got it. There's no need to fight over it. You got it. And best thing about jiu-jitsu, done. Reset. So be good to you rookies. But yeah, that's the safe way of getting it. You have to. I mean, you can't just go with, that's how people get hurt. I was going to go try to snatch something real quick because I saw it on YouTube. There's a method to the madness. It's a systematic way of doing it. You have to trap that shoulder and lock it, and then just slide your way down.